Hi, welcome back to another developer diary. I'm just going to quickly go through what I've done over the past week and like if I was able to accomplish what I set out and that. So since last week, what I've added is, well, I'll run the game first and then I'll just show real quick in scene view. As you can see, I've added a background image for now, being like some mountains, just so it wasn't just an empty void for now, which I'll probably try and add some more things, like some more trees and whatnot. I've added some mushrooms that are just little like background aesthetic things, so I'm probably going to add a lot more just little stuff in the background for aesthetics and that. But I've also just like placed a ton of tiles down so the level isn't just floating in the middle of nowhere. And as you can see, I've also made a few different rooms. Instead of just having the basic two, now there's around 4 or 5 different like rooms, which obviously there's going to be more in the final game, but I was just trying to make some more distinct rooms from each other. So here I've got one where there's a small platform in the middle, and then it's a spike pit, and then this is one room where there's 2 smaller spike pits. Or there's a room where it's like a little hill or a mound. There's a room where there's a little fallen over log as a bridge over it. Which, right now these rooms seem a bit empty, but that's because we've not actually like implemented the enemies yet. So the way the actual rooms are set up as prefabs, I'll easily be able to, once we've actually got the enemies created, I'll easily be able to go, say this hill room for example. Each one of these little dots is a spawn point. I can just put a spawn point here and then go, there will be a random enemy out of these 5 or enemies that will spawn here in this room. And I could do that for each room, so, there might be a shrub enemy in this room when it generates here, but then when it generates here, there may be a dragon head enemy, for example, because it'll just choose from an array of enemies randomly. Then next, going into Aseprite for a sec, I've just been doing a few little sprites, like little rocks and mushrooms and that to add to the game. And then I was thinking on how to actually create the ghost character. And I was looking at a few reference images, and I'm thinking of trying to make it sort of like a ghost, but with like a Japanese Oni aesthetic. I think that could look quite good and fit with the whole theme, with the main character being a ninja and whatnot. So, all in all, I think that's all the progress I've made this week. It's not as much progress as I would have liked, if I'm honest, but I've just been a little busy with coursework and whatnot, as most students are. But as I get towards my deadline, I might get a bit busier, but then afterwards I should be able to make quite a bit of progress on this, which should be good. But just trying to manage this with coursework at the moment. Hopefully I'll be able to make a bit more progress in the coming week. And yeah, I think that's everything other than what I actually want to do next week rather than just saying progress. Probably helps to be a bit more specific on what I want to accomplish. So for next week, I want to sort out this animator for the player because I haven't changed it since we first implemented it when we didn't actually have all the sprites made. So now I've actually made all the sprites. Me or my mate should be able to hook this up to the animator properly because it hasn't actually got all the animations yet. Um, I'd definitely like to make more like distinct rooms. Just like a lot more rooms are going to be important. So right now I think there's only 5. So if there's around 20 different rooms which can all have a random enemy in each one or random enemies, I think that'll be quite good. And I do need to look into getting some sort of software to create sound effects, such as doing like a hit sound effect when you attack an enemy or get hit, or a death sound effect, or maybe even a jump one. So I might have to look into that. So I think that about covers everything. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Peace.